live. Today I have the honor of interviewing J.R. Swiftz. Born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, he's a legendary producer, sought after by many of the biggest names in hip hop. He's actually done production for artists such as Conway the Machine, Westside Gun, Papoose, Skyzoo, Elzhi, and many more. He has a new album that he's dropping with the legendary Brooklyn MC The Bad Seed, dropping next week. We're gonna bring him in and talk about his musical career, what he's currently working on, the new album, and future plans. Let's bring him in.
Peace, peace. What's going on, bro?
Peace. How you doing, my bro?
Man, I'm good. Living life, enjoying life, man. Hope you doing the same.
Thank you so much, my bro. Yeah, I am.
Absolutely.
I always want to give the background of your story and the story of the people I have on the show. But first, let me just say this new album you got with Bad Seed is incredible. I just need to say it I ain't even gonna chit chat before we jump into that. You know what I'm saying?
Lost it.
Incredible.
Oh yeah, man. The album is crazy. Shout out to Seed. Man, I'm one of those producers. I want to challenge the artists that I'm working with. I don't care if it's a placement or we doing a full-length album or EP. I wanted to challenge the artist, so that's what I ended up doing, and it ended up being something crazy because I think a lot of people gravitate towards one sound when it comes to me anyway. So it's now I actually do a lot more, but if you just appreciate a certain portion of what I do, that's all you want to listen to. So being able to, really show what I could do on this album, shout out to bro for allowing me to flex my muscles on that. So crazy album.
Yeah, and the album is incredible. Our plan is to bring Bad Seed into this interview a little bit later in. Right, but I just needed to say out the gate because I got an advanced copy of it. I got to listen to it. I've been banging it all day. And I just wanted to salute you and Bad Seed on a masterpiece that you guys created. For those who haven't had, the blessing of hearing it early like I did, stay tuned. He is dropping. Y'all just made the summer 10 degrees hotter.
For sure. That was the whole plan. I try to listen to a lot of music that's going on, a lot of hip hop, and it's sounding real dull right now. It's not a lot of energy filled production. It's not a lot of energy from the artists. I think everybody's looking at music from a cash grab perspective instead of just actually enjoying the music. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy making music. I could nerd out and just talk about drum machines from the 80s, the 90s, what was used, so on and so forth. This is what I live, this is what I breathe, and I actually enjoy music.
Yeah.
So that's why the album is so sounding the way that it does, So I appreciate that.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, and that's a good segue into the more traditional interview, which is the fact that you have a hip hop lineage. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is turning 50, and you actually come from a lineage of hip hop. Your father was a producer, a well-known producer, working with great artists such as G-Rap and Busta Rhymes, right? So if you could share with us a little bit of that part of your life, your early life, how hip hop was brought in, into your life. You grew up around it. If you could share some of that with us.
Yeah, for sure. That story is, not really normal because I was, in second grade, going to studios with my pops. I grew up around Papoose. I've seen early stages of Papoose. I've been in the studio and I've seen G-Rap. I was, my pops real close with AZ. I've been in the car and, with AZ had a green Lex at the time. So I remember all these things from my childhood And you know, a lot of people don't know, but I was actually an MC first. I was
Wow.
actually MCing because of the people that I was around, from Jinx to Jewelry to, you know, that was an artist my pops was around, or managing, Ike and Diamond and Papoose. These was the people that I was around, so I didn't really get into production until really later, like 90s, like 97, 98, when I moved to VA
Yeah.
and I saw, like, you know, early stages of like Knots Raw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, that's when I was like, okay, so this production thing kind of fire. And then um, I had a high pitched voice, so you know, I'm like, you know, I got a high pitched voice. I'm mumbling. I didn't speak clear for whatever reason. Maybe I was talking too fast. I'm not sure, but I was like, man, I don't like the way I sound on these records, so I decided to take production a lot more serious. So yeah, I seen it all, been around. Now it's just my turn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, it sure is. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's really interesting because I'm sure you were nice, you know, growing up hip hop and growing up around so many high level
For sure,
MCs and in the studio and having such a passion for hip hop.
for sure.
I'm sure your rhymes were dope and you were making good songs, but it's not what you it wasn't at the level that you were trying to get to. But the production game opened up doors for you in a
For sure.
way, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my earlier influences, like if you know me, if you really know me, of course, my family, um, my cousins. I had a group called TCG. I'm not gonna tell you what it used to stand for, but but
That's
I was
undercover. Like you gotta
right,
know. That's like that's not for
right.
everybody.
That's not for everybody, but you know, my cousin Tay, my cousin Rel, my homie Khalid, you know, that was TCG. And I used to, I actually had my cousin Tay write rhymes. I had a rhyme book, and I was like, yo, bro, have you ever rapped before? He's like, nah, because his favorite rappers at the time was like, like Bow Wow and Ludacris.
Yeah,
That was his favorite rapper. So I had a rhyme book, and I was like, yo, bro, listen, let me help you. Let me show you how to count bars. Let me show you how, like, I was on my Dr. Dre shit
yeah,
early.
yeah,
But for me, my earliest influences, as far as seeing, was like G Unit. You can't tell me nothing about the
yeah,
unit. You know what I'm saying? It was just 50 Banks, Buck. You know what I'm saying? I honestly speaking, I feel like G Unit was better when Yayo was doing that bid. I feel like it should have been Banks, Yayo, and 50. But you know, that is my opinion.
yeah,
But that was like the highlight of my youth was, yo, we're gonna make this demo. We're going to go and send this demo to Interscope. We're gonna get on. We're gonna be the youngest, you know what I'm saying? Because at the time, I think I was like, damn, 13,
wow,
14. And I just had a vision. I just had a vision. And it is crazy. Being in the musical house, I was in one room, you know, with my people, with my family, making beats and sounding trash and rapping. And then in the next room, it was my pops working with my cousin 81.
wow,
And, you know, so it was always music going on, right? So I that's some of my earliest memories, my earliest influences when it came to music was G Unit. I was
yeah.
wanted to get signed to,
To G
you know what I'm saying, G
Unit,
Unit.
that's when 50 came out
Facts,
and took over the world. Because that's what
facts.
people, you know what I'm saying? 50 is now going on to TV and doing, you know, everything that he's doing. But there was that period of time, that summer he dropped, and then the subsequent years where he basically was, you know, he signed everybody. Mobb
Right,
Deep and signed, you know, he signed
right.
everybody and put hip hop on,
Everybody.
really.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And that's you know, he's a phenomenal entrepreneur. That's somebody that I respect. I know he trolls a lot, but that's somebody that I honestly respect his hustle. Even though you know he's from Queens, from you know, and I was you know from Brooklyn, but I love his ambition
Yeah.
and what he's able to do for the culture. His music still stands like it aged well. A lot of people music from back then, from the 2000s, didn't age quite well. But you go and look and listen to "Give It to Die Trying,"
You
in
can play
Africa.
Get Rich or Die Trying beginning to end today.
today, and I'm gonna tell you damn near every word from every song. You know what I'm saying? So that was my influences, and then you know, I got a beat tape out called
Yeah,
'03.
it just dropped. I saw it.
Right, '03 catering to that sound because that's what I grew up on. So, you know, my goal, hopefully, if 50's coming back outside, you know, as an MC and putting out a new album, I want to be able to pitch those beats to him and be like, yo, bro, what you need, I got for you. He's like anybody else, but whatever you need, I got you for sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. And you got the resume now. You're like,
Yeah,
listen, look what I've done. Look who
for
I've
sure.
worked with. This is
For
the new
sure.
sound, but
For
I
sure.
love your sound, and let's bring it together.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I know what people sound good on. So just because what I do with Griselda, I'm not whatever I pitch and work with Griselda, I'm not gonna give to him. What I'm
Yeah.
give to him is gonna be different. When I give to Elzhi, it's gonna be different than when I give to Papoose. When I give to Papoose, it's gonna be different than when I give to Juicy
Mm,
J. That catalog by itself, you know, I've been in the industry for 5 years, and what
yeah.
I've done within the 5 years is amazing work, and I got a whole lot more work to do, but I appreciate what I've done within the 5 years. And,
Yeah.
you know, I, I'm very appreciative of that.
Yeah, yeah, that's really dope, my bro. You know, we're talking about how your father was a producer and you were around legends such as Cool G Rap, AZ, Papoose. When you were in second grade, I mean, you grew
Right.
up in a musical household. You
Yeah,
grew up around the music industry, knowing and believing of what was possible to, you know, with hard work, right?
right,
But the interesting thing that you shared with us was that you were an MC first. But I
right.
think that that gives you a special ability to do what you just described, which is you know what set, you know
Right.
what an MC is gonna sound good on because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are an MC. That's where you
Right.
started.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if I cause I know cadences, I know who sounds good on what. And I think a lot of producers what they tend to do is give artists what they want. You know what I'm saying? So for those that you know what I'm saying, and I guess kill the elephant in the room. When people be like, you know, when I sing Griselda some stuff, it just the same sound. It's like, no, I actually send them a batch of beats. They're the artists. They're gonna pick what they're comfortable
Mm,
with. That's not our fault as a producer. They're gonna pick what they're comfortable with.
mm,
Some people just like what they like. You know what I'm saying? So you got some people like let's go to food,
yeah,
right? For me, I love cheese pizza.
yeah.
That's it.
Can't
You know
tell
what I'm
you
saying?
nothing.
Can't tell me nothing about cheese pizza, but if you like, yo, try this right here, it'll be fire. All right, I'm gonna try it because I'm just open minded like that. Other people are not that open minded. They like what they like,
Mm,
and that's okay. Some people want to be coached. Others don't want to be coached. Give them what they want. You can't be mad if I'm Steph Curry from the 3 point line. It's good every time. You
yeah,
can't be mad at that. So
yeah.
it's different from like Elzhi, right? Um, I didn't give him joints that sound like Dilla. I'm not trying to sound like Dilla. I'm not trying to sound like nobody else. You're gonna hear the influences. Dilla is an influence. Nas is an influence.
Yeah,
Black Nigga. My sound is heavily into Detroit,
yeah,
but I'm not trying to sound like anybody else. I'm trying to sound like J.R. Swift, and
yeah.
which a lot of people told me like, yo, I could tell this is you, and that's a
Mm,
great thing to hear because I don't have a producer tag or anything. I just do what makes sense to me, and it's
mm,
fire.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's dope, my bro. And you know, the interesting thing about it is, you know, you came up in an era where Dilla and Detroit was, you know, popping.
For sure.
But you were born and raised and have a lineage to the mecca of hip hop, Brooklyn, New
Right,
York,
right.
right? But then you also spend a lot of time in VA,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So all of these influences have helped you shape a sound that is
Yeah,
uniquely you.
yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, like, I grew up in VA. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take that away. You know what I'm saying? But I spent time in both.
Yeah,
A lot of my youth, when I was in school. I'm in school in VA. Then summertime, I'm going to New
yeah,
York. So I'm back and forth. holidays, I'm going to New York, so I spend a lot of my time in my youth, my teens, and back and forth. So I don't want to say a musical background because I can't play a damn
Yeah.
thing, but at least like I went like my high school. I went to Princess Anne High School in Virginia Beach. That's the same high school that Pharrell Williams went to back in the day.
Yeah.
So it's music is running through the course of my veins.
Yeah.
So and that's what that's what I listen to. I listen to NERD. I'm listening to Old Timberland. You know what I'm saying? Shock Value 1 and 2. I'm listening to, you know, and what's the name of the NERD album? I can't, the one with the gorilla on it. I can't think of the name right now, but, I'm listening to all these things because I'm not one dimensional. This is
Yeah.
helping me in my production when I, start working with different caliber of artists. Like I could go and work with Larry June or Blast or somebody else, and then I could come right back and make something Grammy because I'm that dimensional. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one dimensional. I can work with quite a few people. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have your ears tuned to numerous of things.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's good. When you watched your dad produce it when you were a kid, he was probably using something like an MPC or an AFR 10.
Yeah. Yeah, both. DGO 1, Pro 2, DGO 1, APC 2000, ASR 10, which he both still, all of them actually still have to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch him do what he do. It was an amazing thing to see. So
Yeah. And so, growing up around that and looking at those tools, did you start on the MPC or what do you use now?
So I got a long list of things. So when I first really started, I was on FL Studio.
Yeah.
And then I went to like different programs in between, Cubase, so on and so forth. And then I landed on Reason when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And then probably around 10th, 11th grade in high school, I seen a video from Ski Beats. And Ski Beats was, I think he did like a promo video for Ableton. So shout out to Ski Beats because he actually put me on Ableton. So he was the one that put me on Ableton. And then my cousin, he used to touring like mad stuff. This is the touring days. My cousin have no musical background or anything. And my cousin Lance, and I went to his house. He had it on his computer.
Wow.
I was messing around. He had his room was set up with like subs and all that. So I used to be in his room, like learning Ableton because I seen Ski Beats get busy on Ableton. Yeah. And that's what I use now to mix. Every now and again, I make beats on it, but it's not the same. But now, currently, my weapon of choice is the MPC Live. So that's what I use.
Ooh, got it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. And I'm sure a lot of producers that, may watch this now or in the future are like, how is he making those bangers? So that's the weapon of choice at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. And I tell anybody, you don't need $1,000 worth of equipment. I did the whole Elzhi album with a 2010 MacBook and an MPC studio that my pops gave me. I had an MPC studio. My pops gave me that, gave me the laptop. That's what I made 96 Naughty from, 96 Naughty Windbreaker for Rome Streets. I made all of Elzhi album off that drum machine. And countless other records from Conway, EIF, Riches in the City, Vino D. I did a lot of records off that, that drum machine. And then once I graduated to the MPC Live, that's when I started cooking. You don't need much to be dope. Either you got it or you don't, man. If you don't, then figure out a way how to go and get it.
Yeah.
Right.
To make sure, I want to make sure that folks truly grasp the level and the amount of heavyweight artists that you've worked with, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna name a few that I know off the top of my head, but if you could fill in the gaps so folks understand, right, your resume, right? Okay. So I think it's well established. You got a new album with Bad C Brooklyn. We're gonna bring him in, right? And that he's a legend, right? But there's Conway the Machine, Westside Gun, Papoose, Skyzoo,
right,
Elzhi,
right. Elzhi,
Wordsworth.
right, right.
Who are we missing here to make sure folks understand the resume?
Juicy J.
Mm,
Um, Love the Genius, J Skis, RJ Payne,
mm.
um, Terminology, of course, Naps and Dreads, of course. Um, it's a long list of people,
Yeah.
man. Let me get to thinking. My cousin Tiff the Gift,
Mm,
my cousin A1. The list goes on, man. It's a very diverse,
yeah.
palatable music that I have, and it's a lot more. Beat Out the God, former battle rapper, Beat Out the
Mm,
God. Um, I had a record that didn't come out, so I guess can I talk about it? I mean, yeah, I had a record that didn't come out. Denon Porter, you know what I'm
mm.
saying? So it's my resume is very diverse.
Right. And
People like what
I'm
yeah,
sure we're like missing people because
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
asking you on the fly, but just off
right,
the top, that's a few, and it goes on.
right, for sure, for sure. But that goes to show how diverse my music is, which I appreciate.
Yeah, bro. That's dope. I want to ask you something
Okay,
respectfully because
of
I
course,
really respect the craft, right?
okay,
And I think that nowadays, youngins don't understand that you can't really ask producers where they sample things from. You know what I mean? But I
right,
think for producers that are
right,
listening to this and who love, your style, your production, your genius, and they want to
right,
learn something, right?
right.
I want to ask, like, how do you find sounds? Are you still digging in crates? Are you like leaning on libraries? We're in an age in hip hop now where there's a lot of different websites and things where you could dig and get sounds. Are you doing something completely different? What gems can you share with upcoming producers as to how you get the dope sounds without giving away all the sauce? You know what I'm
Now,
saying?
for sure, whatever inspires me. Um,
Mm,
I mean, I'm still in the crates, but not in the crates. You know what I'm saying? I'm not digging per se, but I know where to go get my samples from.
mm,
Whatever inspires me could be a sample pack that somebody created, but I actually like sampling records. For my own reasons, but I actually like sampling records,
yeah,
flipping them to an oblivion, and making it sound like me.
mm,
Versus, the sample packs is too
yeah,
clean. You think about a record from the 80s, 70s, 60s, 90s, whatever. 80s and back. A lot of the composers were kind of like messing up. Somebody is fucking up somewhere on the keys. I want to be able to go in my MP. If I'm playing a bass line, I'm like, I know this is right, but I gotta tune the sample
yeah,
to the key or to that note of the bass line. So I want to be able to do that versus, hey, I know this is basically on point. So I just gotta replay the bass line to my liking with a sample pack. So, um, whatever the inspiration is, but I like vinyl records
yeah,
than
yeah.
something that somebody composed. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You have a new album dropping next week with the Bad Seed called
Right.
Strike the Shepherd.
Right.
That is a banger. It's
Absolutely.
from beginning to end
Absolutely.
a masterpiece. I was writing Bad Seed before the interview. I was like, y'all put together a masterpiece. It
Absolutely.
it
Absolutely.
the sound is amazing. The tracks are amazing. He comes off lyrically.
Yeah.
This may be a good time to invite him in so we could talk about this new album y'all got dropping.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, please do. Please
All
do
right,
that
let's
honor.
bring in Bad Seed here.
For sure.
Yeah, yeah. Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! Oh
You
yeah.
see it, right? You see it, right?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's Def
One
Leppard?
on drumming like Def Leppard. For
Like homie
sure.
from Def Leppard, you already
For
know.
sure. For
Yo,
sure.
I think I'm shooting that video tomorrow. Yeah?
Man, yo, I'm gonna need you to make up your mind. You yo, you gonna shoot it tomorrow, the next week, 2 weeks after. I'm gonna direct your mind up,
Woo!
What up,
B.
though? Chris, what's good, man?
What's good, my bro?
Chilling, man. Always good to see you, brother.
Thank you, my bro.
Yo, JR,
Yeah.
you the one, bro.
Man, I
Mm.
appreciate that, bro.
And
That
you,
means a lot.
bro, you know me. I don't just be talking, bro. Like, if
Nah,
I
for
say it, I
sure.
stand on it. You
For
know what I'm
sure,
saying?
for sure,
And
for
and
sure.
and JR the one, man.
Yeah,
Word. I'm just happy to work with him, bro.
yeah,
A1, what up?
For sure, man.
yeah,
I appreciate that. It means a lot, man. It means a lot. Definitely
yeah.
means a lot. More than you know.
Y'all
Yeah,
have
man.
an album dropping next week that is amazing. It's gonna take over the internet, all of the hip hop blogs. Everybody's gonna be talking about it. It's gonna be on all the little mixtapes that they put together.
Yeah. Yo, Chris, especially since, because you know I'm gonna talk my shit, especially since that mid-ass album came out today. You know, we gonna show everybody how to really do it, because everybody be out there sucking off the goats. Like, you know, the goats, you know, they get love, they goats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We love them. But come on, man, that shit was mid. Let's keep it real. Shit was mid. We dropping boom bap hip hop next
That's a
Friday,
fact. That's a
July
fact.
28th. That's what hip hop is, baby.
That's a
Respectfully
fact.
though. Respectfully though. I don't
Respectfully.
care who it is. I don't
That's a
care who
fact.
it is.
That's a
If
fact.
that shit mid, it's mid, B. I
It's
don't
Yeah.
care who
mad.
it is.
It's mad. It's mad, yo. And it's crazy. I was listening to it and I was like, damn, son. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you what it is, right? Like, it's like watching your goats get old, and it's
Mm.
like, damn, they don't got it no more. So it's like for me, right? It's like watching. I can't really say Braun because Braun getting busy, but it's like watching D Wade. It's like watching Melo. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Like watching KD. All these people getting old, and it's like, damn, do they still got it?
Mm.
They're not averaging no more. So Braun is a one in a lifetime type of, I might say artist, basketball player. So it's like, who's our LeBron of hip hop right now, man? I can't really. Is it Jay? You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But
It's
but
right
Now you
here.
know what it is, but you know what
facts,
it is. You know what it
facts,
is, man. Like this is the reason why I'm going so hard with it,
Mm.
because
facts.
hip hop fans, are the worst. They're worse
Absolutely,
than yo.
absolutely,
Listen. Hip hop fans are worse than a true boom bap hip hop fan is worse than a Beyonce fan, and I'm gonna tell you
for
why.
sure.
Because check this out. Us, the underground niggas that's out putting out crack all the time. Yo, this album coming out is my third project in 2023.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Fire though. Fire, critically acclaimed and all that. But
Yeah.
I be feeling like I'm a placeholder until the goats come out.
Mm.
Nah, and you shouldn't feel
No,
like
but
that.
that's how the fans do it. They be like, oh, now it's coming up. Everything shuts down. Woo, 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 woo.
Nah,
And then
but
and then the shit come out. It is mid, and they be lying because
yeah,
they wanna make themselves like it, and they know it's mid, bro.
Wow.
yo, listen. So the thing about within our hip hop culture, the underground at least, it's all about competition. It's all about who's better than
Yep,
who, and it's like,
yep.
yo, I be listening to a lot of these dudes' albums, and like, yo, a lot of y'all can't even make a damn song correctly. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a bunch of freestyles. It's a bunch of, But what's that game record? 400
Which one?
bars and running, 42 bars and running. That
Yeah, 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 yeah.
it's a lot of that. Like it's a lot of people just run on sentences. They just barring to death, and it's like, yo, I want to hear structure. I want to hear, yo, what's your life
Yeah.
story? Everybody's not pitching. Everybody they ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's not for the trenches, selling drugs, pitching. What is your real life story? What
Mm.
is your real life story? You know what I'm saying? I could tell mine. I'm telling it through, you know what I'm saying? Like my music, through making beats. But I could tell you, I'm from the P's. I'm from East
Mm.
New York. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen pissy hallways. Then I also seen the good style when I went to VA. I've seen the good and the bad in VA, and I seen the hood in New York. So you know what I'm saying? Have I seen it the worst of the worst? Nah. You know what I'm saying? My parents did, but don't get it twisted. My life is my life. But start figuring the funk or, telling this story that everybody's pitching and moving keys. Like, no, just be real about your story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Word. Like, yo, if you peep it, like on the song we got called "Life Is Good," right?
Yeah.
Like I try to keep it. Shout out to Wordsworth and Skyzoo. They on that record.
Yeah, that's
Yo, like I mean, I try to keep it so real. I don't want niggas to think it's some real over romanticized shit. I said in it, I be punching the clock.
Yeah.
All the ballers go ball in Spain. Like I say that. I said that I tried to hustle. The old head gave me a pack, said get the bitch off, until I figured out I was doing the shit wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going over it. Like, yo, man, I probably sold crack for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Then you know, then the old head gave me some heroin to go push. That there was a little more money in that.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna hold you. I was scared.
Yeah.
I was scared.
Yeah.
Right.
So I ain't yo man. I keep it 100. These rappers not doing that. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I kind of hate that narrative. And I know, Swiftz, you got some more questions you want to ask. But I know
No, this is gold.
Right,
This
right,
moment
right.
right here with the producer and the MC is gold. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
for
But
sure.
I do want the people to know exactly what we're talking about in case they don't. There's a new album dropping next week. And
Right.
it's called Strike the Shepherd.
Right.
The Bad Seed Brooklyn, produced entirely by J.R. Swiftz, dropping everywhere. Watch out.
That's what I'm saying. It's one
amazing album. It's a masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece.
There's no
man.
skips. There's no filler songs at all.
Yo, JR, what's your favorite song, JR?
Yo, mine's Life Is Good, Def Leppard. I mean, it's Cushion and Kremlin.
Yeah.
Yo, I can't really pick because, yo, I'm not going to hold you. I wigged on every.
Yeah.
So listen. So listen. One thing about me when I do interviews, I don't try to use profanity when I'm in interviews, but I gotta use it here. I wigged on every fucking beat because I'm him. I am him.
Yo, that's my man, Hemi Carter.
Know what I'm saying?
Hemi Carter. You heard?
Hemi Carter. Hemi Neutron.
Hemi Neutron.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's my man, Him Carry.
Him Carry. Know what I'm saying? Yo, Hemi, Kendricks, all of that, bro. So,
Yo, you know what's crazy? I feel the same way. I feel like I'm black too. That's why me and JR, yo, that's why it's so crazy, because we both cocky as fuck. I mean, we humble.
Right.
We humble.
Nah.
But we understand the game so much that we want the shit to be so fire that who better? Like you understand what I'm saying?
Not for sure. It's for me it's an energy thing, right? So, you know, while I don't really brag and boast anything, you know what I'm saying? I just pull up. If we in the studio session and somebody hit me with that call, hey, yo, JR, pull up. I don't gotta say nothing. My presence alone gonna fuck the game up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like my presence, my presence alone is just gonna be it's just that. Yo,
nobody fucking with J.R. Swift. Nobody.
No,
not right now. Not today. Not today. Like niggas be having beats. They shit be dope. But yo, come on, man. Let me tell you something. From the fucking gutter, man. This hip hop shit is gutter, B. Like all that other bells and whistles shit. Let me tell you something. JR that do, and then the wild shit is the bags he could go in. Like I was just telling him the other day, man. I think that people. He said it. He mentioned it earlier. I think people are used to a certain thing from him because of the shit that gets pushed. Is the Griselda shit or whatever. That's why it's important that artists like myself and Elzhi, Naps and Dreads and I know you got some with Jamil Honesty coming. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that, man. Like we gotta keep pushing it. And you know me, I wave the flag, man. It's the underdogs and nothing. It's us against the machine. And anybody that is the artist, like Nas, for example. Oh, I love Nas. I want to make this known. But Nas, you fool, bro. You fool, bro. I love you. It's Strike the Shepherd, bro. Bro, we out here. We trying to like be them next ones.
Yeah.
You can't be the same. You can't hold that forever, homie.
Yeah.
And if you don't give it up, we gonna take it. And it ain't that we battling. No, it's who got the better product.
Yeah.
My G, you're Nas. You got access to all this shit. And that's what y'all drop. Me and JR go to, man, look, came again, yo, we put this joint together, and you saying the word masterpiece. You said it.
That's
we
right.
didn't.
That's right. And it is. And it is.
Man, July 28th, man, we can show y'all niggas how to fucking rap and make beats. Yo, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of people trying to minimize us. And not even just us. When I say us, I mean the whole underground. Everybody that's holding this shit up. Everybody. And yeah, I'm talking my shit. And any rapper feel away, say my name on the record, and Candyman will come. Shut.
Ooh.
Oh, you got it.
Strike the Shepherd dropping.
Anybody. Anybody. Yo, dig a dead nigga up. Anybody.
Yeah,
I
but
listened
yo,
to it beginning to end 3 times. There's no skips, but I want to talk about some specific tracks that stood out to me.
For
that
sure.
are amazing. You
For
mentioned
sure.
a couple of them already. What about Elephant in the Room?
That's my favorite record.
Yo,
That matter of fact, that's one of my favorite records. That's up there. That and Master Maker Remy, I love all that shit. But go ahead, JR. I'm sorry.
nah. I was gonna say, outside of my favorites, 20 years ago, like
Double Go?
a double gold, man. It hits so different because I'm gonna tell you, man. You know, a lot of OGs, they have like a sense of, you know, they try to shit on the youth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be 32 in a couple months. You feel me? So, with all respect due, my catalog is never gonna really equate to an OG.
Right.
But I know I'm smoking a lot of OGs, respectfully. I know I am. I'm just that confident. But
Facts, man. Facts.
I give praise to the people that came before me, pause, because that's kind of crazy. But
It's super crazy.
but all jokes aside, for the people that, you know, laid the foundation, you know what I'm saying? Those are the forefathers. Those people that I respect. You know what I'm saying? The Primos, the P Rocks, you know what I'm saying? Even the Knots,
Sure.
even the Marley Marl, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
They didn't lay the foundation. It won't be no J.R. Swift.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And but you got to think about it like the game, right? You got to think about it as life, right? So where you are at that time and what you was doing, somebody's going to come after you and be better than you. That's how life works. What I'm doing today, so about the time I'm 40, somebody's going to be better than J.R. Swift. For the simple fact, technology advances, life advances. You got people now that started making beats 2 or 3 years ago that's steadily getting fast. Versus with me, when I came up and I'm cooking, there was no YouTube. I had to learn and get nice throughout day to day, month to month, and year to year. So that's why I said what I said. But it's definitely no disrespect at all. But that's the nature of life. Somebody always gonna be better than you because that's how life is.
Yeah.
You're good. You're great. You're great at what you do. But somebody's gonna come and be better than you because of technology, because of what's presented. So, you know, it is what it is.
And it was important what he said about respectfully and no disrespect, because everything I said is respectfully too. This hip hop, this ain't jazz, man.
Yeah.
Where this ain't R&B, nigga.
Right.
This ain't salsa where who can dance the best? Bailar. No, nigga. Who's spitting, nigga? This hip hop. I'm from the club. That's where I come from. So if you ain't barred up, fuck is you doing? Fuck is you doing? But yeah, Elephant in the Room. That's one. That's one of them things. Shout out to
That
Tone
record is
Split for the cuts
amazing.
on this.
That record is amazing. That record is gonna stand the test of time. You know, it's gonna be on playlists.
Yeah.
It's gonna do numbers. And another one that we already mentioned, right, which stands out. So we're talking about you got an all-star cast, and what's standing out amongst the all-star cast, right? And the other one is Cushion the Kremlin.
That's my joint. That's my joint.
And the concept, the beat, the rhymes, the pocket, but the concept.
Go ahead, JR. Go ahead.
Nah. I mean, it's just a fire record. You know what I'm saying? And this is what it is about me. This is what I love about this album is that
Max, what up?
I'm a producer that allow artists to be them. You know what I'm saying? I only step in when I feel like you'll see. Use your mic real quick, bro. I only step in, when it comes to artists. I only step in when I feel like it's necessary. You see what I'm saying? And then I give, I allow artists to be them.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, nah, go, go and do that different. Or what about this concept? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm actively listening and see what's actually going on in the industry, so on and so forth. Not saying like nobody else is, but it could be little tedious, like nuances that could be missing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So with this project, I'm being both allowed to bring different ideas together. But with that record alone, I mean, it's a fire record. I went crazy on the beat, just like anything else.
You both went crazy. You went crazy on Cushion the Kremlin.
Man, listen. I mean, shout out to Seed though. Seed went noodles.
Listen. Listen, when I got the beat, bro, I swear, on everything I love, I almost punched a fucking hole in my wall. Because that beat is audio crack.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. If you cannot rap, that beat will swallow you up.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like it will be all about the beat. So if you ain't dancing and spitting at the same time, that beat will fuck you up. Now, me, I that's the whole Paulo versus Drago shit and all that.
Yeah.
Like I'll be fighting the beat, bro. Like that's why when you hear my pockets and I'm dancing in the beats, bro, that's me getting inside that beat because I know that beat serious. And if I don't, that beat's gonna beat me up.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's either gonna be a draw or I'm winning. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how that go. But that Cushion the Kremlin record, see, the album was called Breakfast with Putin at first. And then we had to change a little things, you know what I'm saying, here and there.
Yeah.
And but that was one of the original records.
Yeah.
And man, like I mean, there's so much with that record. I would love to do a video for it. We gotta do it animated though, so that we can make it
right.
The visual the way we want it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that record is amazing. That's another one that I know is going to be on every playlist, every mixtape, every, blogger and hip hop magazine's going to be, because, they're going to go, there's the album, which is the whole product, which is a spectacular work of art. And then there's the singles that stand out from the album that the DJs and the mixtapes and everybody's going to take. And that's another one that's going to live forever. Cushion the Kremlin.
Yeah, man, that Cushion the Kremlin, boy.
Definitely a banger, for sure.
Yeah.
That's your favorite one, Chris?
I want to talk to y'all about, because This Life is Good with the legendary Skyzoo, the legendary Wordsworth, right? That joint is a banger. I love the way that the beat is so different. You force those MCs to find that pocket, right?
Yeah,
you was making them do the stanky leg on it with the lyrics, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, listen, because my style of production is very, and I gotta say this too. I think that's why. Let me not put that in the universe. But it takes a special kind of MCs to really work with me, because or at least on records and productions like that, because My style of production is very unorthodox. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? The snare might come in wild early, or the snare might come in too late. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very technical with my production, but it's the fact, like, it's a certain bounce to it. And if you
Mm.
can't catch that pocket, it is gonna whip your ass. It is.
Woo!
So that's why it's like, I'm very particular on who I work with, because I'm not gonna put out nothing that's BS.
Yeah.
And I'm just, I'm just different. That's what separates me from the next producer, or whether it's up and coming, whether it's somebody in the underground, whatever. Like, that's why, you know, uh, you put me in a battle, or in the studio with a lot of these dudes. I'm smoking them because, disrespectfully too.
Yeah.
I'm smoking them because, it's the people that I studied from. I studied from people that's better than me. That's how you get better. I'm
Mm.
studying from the Knots. I'm studying from the Dilla, the Black Milks, the High Checks, the Jake Ones. I'm studying from all these people that do something different from me, and I just implement it into my sound and just kind of blend it up and make it me. So when you hear these records, you're like, oh, these drums, these bass lines, these definitely JR. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Anything Zelda, anything from Skyzoo or whatever, like, I'm an artist, and I'm painting a certain type of picture,
Yeah.
and it's Basquiat. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it, and I enjoy it. You can hear you feel me? You can hear the excitement in my work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
Yeah. There's an
that's what you're gonna hear on this
energy.
album.
There's an energy in the records.
It's a certain energy with the records. People need to go back to enjoying making music again, instead
Mm.
of doing it as a cash grab.
Yeah.
I do this is what I went broke behind this. I gained money from this and broke again, so on and so forth. Like, this is what I live and breathe, and this is what I do.
Yeah.
You kind of could tell when you're hearing the production. You kind of could tell who does it for money and
Mm.
who does it because this is what they really enjoy and what they really want to do. It's different. It's different.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. The
Yo, I
record is
wanted to
called Strike the Shepherd. It
just real quick though, Chris, not to cut you off. I wanted to kind of
yeah.
touch on, or I wanted to talk about Apollo versus Drago real quick. I
Yeah.
want y'all to peep that
Yeah.
because the concept of the record is, if you notice, it's called Apollo versus Drago 2, right?
Yeah.
Apollo versus Drago Part 1 was in Rocky 4.
Right.
Apollo lost. That's why I'm saying we not losing this time. I say that at the end. This the rematch. You know what I'm saying? This the rematch. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just wanted to put that
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
there.
and you took the words out of my mouth because I wanted to touch on some important themes in the album. Strike the Shepherd dropping next Friday, July 28th. It's going to
For
take over
sure.
the internet when it drops on all DSPs. But you got Apollo versus Drago 2. You've got Def Leppard, which opens up the album and immediately lets you know, right? Like the hat says right there, that y'all didn't come to play, right? Throughout the whole album, you've got it sprinkled in between the opening, interlude, and outro, the 40-second law, right? Which again goes back to Strike the Shepherd, and then this is connected to 48 Laws of Power, right? There's levels in this masterpiece that y'all created. And then underneath of everything is the breakfast with Putin, Kush in the Kremlin, things that are happening geopolitically, being in a very important place in the United States, like New York City, right? Which is not safe from anything, right? When people are looking at America, that's something, but it's also the birthplace of hip hop and where you two are from, right? So all of this is connected in a masterful work of art that y'all released called Strike the Shepherd.
Yeah, the 48 Laws of Power, I read that 3 times a year.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it's that's something that's ingrained. You know, and I figured since we changed the title from Breakfast with Putin, I thought that Strike the Shepherd covered a couple bases. Like because you could look at it a couple different ways. So Putin is the shepherd too. You know, so you could look at it that way, or you could look at it like JR and I are the shepherd, and we're the shepherds for the underground, for hip hop, and in order for us for the thing to stop, you will have to strike us. You will have to strike the shepherd, so that the sheep will scatter. You know. So there's a lot of little underlying things to that. You know.
And allowing art to be art and for people to have different interpretations of that art that you guys are putting out there. I'm gonna add one more that came up in this conversation right now. When the goats are releasing mid, y'all are here to strike the shepherds because you're gonna take over.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Because I'm gonna tell you, right? It comes a time like, you know, you look at Nas, look at 50, look at, you know, Jay-Z, so on and so forth. These guys lived a certain lifestyle throughout the years in their life, in their career. They had a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're talking, our music is relatable. You know what I'm saying? I'm still up and coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter my, you know, my resume. I'm still up and coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm not humble about where I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, you know, I'm him, but I'm still up and coming. I'm still building my resume. So you feel like, yo, I still got a point to prove, so on and so forth. I'm still punching the clock, so on and so forth. Versus with like anybody that's mainstream, their conversation is more like luxury. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to go to Roof Chris or somewhere else expensive and spend a bag, my shorty bag. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's that type of conversation. Everybody cannot relate to that. So how can you be relatable? In a sense, we're relating in the sense of, yo, we two individuals in different, you know, I look at the industry as a job. So you got producers, you know, the employment as a producer, employment as an MC, a DJ, so on and so forth. But me, my employment is a producer. And I'm still coming up. I'm still trying to figure my way out through the industry. What can I do more of? Who can I learn from? And unfortunately, within this industry, a lot of people, they don't want to share the knowledge because once they feel like you better than them, why would they want to share the knowledge with somebody they feel like is better than them? All right, cool. Then I'm going to find it for myself and I'm going to do it my way. Just don't come around when it's litter even, you know what I'm saying? If it's really, really, really popping. So, you know, that's my point right there. I'm gonna land the plane right there.
That's good.
You know?
And there's a hunger in the sound. You're producing like you came to win. And Bad Seed is rapping like he came to win, right? Like this is summer 2023, and this album will be bumped everywhere for people who love this.
It's crazy because I said it on Def Leppard. I said this the hottest shit this summer because I said so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's you know, I miss the days of MCing, right? So just going back to MC standpoint, I miss the days where a lot of the bars was level. It was level, the double entendres, triple entendres. You know, I'm from that background. I used to look at a lot of battle rap. A lot of my favorite MCs is like super bar heavy and layered because I'm a thinker. You know what I'm saying? I want to think. I'm like, what made him say that? What made him like layer this bar so crazy? And I miss that. Within MCing, as far as production, I miss where people actually took themselves serious and it's like, okay, you know, and I don't be overly critical because everybody has their own formula, their own style of production and how to do things. But what can you do to enhance what you're doing right now? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's the same question that I propose, the same question I ask myself. What can I do differently right now from this album, from the me and Jamil working on the album? What's going to be different from this album to the album with me and Jamil than the album with somebody else that I do, or even a placement that I do? How can I keep leveling up Because I'm all about growth.
Mm,
So I'm figuring out ways how can I be better.
mm.
Marketing. When people pop up and they kick it with me, is my energy good? So on and so forth. All what I'm saying, nothing going and changing, but yeah, like all that plays your part.
That's good. Good. That's good.
Fellas, I gotta actually get back because Massa making rounds while we picking cotton.
Yeah.
Now for
But
sure,
Thank
check
you
it,
for jumping
y'all. Chris, thank you. JR, Timothy,
for
that's you.
sure.
Yo, and next week, next Friday, Strike the Shepherd drops. And yo, what I was gonna say too. Uh, oh yeah, we're gonna have CDs too in another month or so. We're gonna have physicals, some fire too. So you
Gotcha.
know, get ready. Yo, JR, love, bro. You already know, man.
Uh,
I'ma still be watching. I don't know how much
yeah,
longer, but I gotta go back ahead and pick the
now for
cotton.
My
sure,
brother, thank you for
for sure.
jumping in, and thank you for a classic album that you guys just are. It's dropping. I heard it already, but it's coming next week. It's coming.
For sure,
Salute
for
to you,
sure.
man. Yo, Chris, you the one too, man. Salute to you, man. Word up.
Absolutely. All right, bro. I'm
Yes,
gonna tap
sir.
in with you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, my brother.
All right, later, later.
Peace. That's so dope that he was able
Yes,
to jump in to talk about the album. And he
yeah.
talked
So
about
look,
the CDs that are coming out, right? And it's
mm,
dropping next week.
mm,
Strike the Shepherd, completely produced by Jarrell Swift, album with the Bad Seed, right?
mm,
But let's talk a little bit about the future and what you got coming up. You talked about a couple of other projects. You've got a
yeah,
project with Jamel Honesty coming up?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, we just came up with a name, and we trying to come up with an acronym for it. And it just slipped my mind. But I'm gonna tell you this: the feel of the album, um, think Illmatic.
Mm,
That's what that's where we're going with it. That's the
mm,
vibe that we're going for this album. I'm telling you, anybody that I work with on the album, I'm pushing the envelope because I want to make everybody better. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? I want to make everybody better, and I want to push my envelope
yeah.
too. So when I first was building with C, I was like, not C, Mill, C2, but Mill. I was like, yo, let's do um like something that's missing in hip hop right now. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Everything sounding the same, sounding real dope. And I was like, let's create our own Illmatic. Let's do that. And so I had to tap into my PR. PR is in my, you know what I'm saying? PR is in my top 10.
Yeah.
So I had to tap into that bag, you know what I'm saying? All of that. So I was, I'm excited for that because it
Mm,
get to show us the levels and layers that I have to my production. I'm able to showcase that. So yeah, that will be dropping real soon. We actually gonna drop a single, real rap.
mm.
Um, you know what I'm saying? It's super crazy, super crazy. Can't wait for y'all to hear that. I mean, it's out now. Y'all can check it out, but officially dropping the single, I can't wait for y'all to hear that.
That's dope. That's really
Mhm.
dope. And in addition to like, the albums and all of the work that you're doing, the studio work and conceptual albums and working closely, right? Because this isn't like somebody, just bought your beat off of BeatStars and they run off and do a track. Y'all are creating albums. Y'all are
Yeah,
actually making music at the highest level. But in
for sure.
addition to all that, you also have like drum kits and
Yeah,
producer tools that you sell. Can you talk to us about that part of your business?
yeah, for sure. You know, I have merch. I have my rapper cards. But I think the one that people that really I don't want to say want from me or in high demand or anything like that. 'Cause I'm trying to be careful with my words.
Yeah,
All of them are near and dear to me. But I think since people are going to gravitate towards what I'm known for, you see what I'm
as a
saying? I'm
producer.
not right. I'm known for my drums.
Mm,
I'm known for hard hitting kicks, snapping snares, my bass lines, how I chop my samples and things of that nature. Um, that's where I really excel in because that's producers are like, bro. I always get a lot of DMs. bro, how can I get my drums sound like that?
You get now you gave them away.
Right, yeah. I mean, my drum kits. If you really want to learn, you can holler at me. We can do a consultation. I can show you how to really. You know, I'm not gonna show you my source, but I can show you. You know how to really. You know, it's really about sound selection.
Yeah.
But this is where, as producers, you gotta find your own way. Because the people that I study have hard hitting drums and bass lines and crazy sample chops. So whatever you're gravitating to, just enhance that. So if your favorite producers are like a Madlib or like a Dilla or an Alchemist, figure out what they do, take bits and pieces and blend it, make it sound like you, and then enhance that. You see what I'm saying? So you know,
that's good advice, bro. You're dropping gems. You're dropping gems. There's an interesting book out called Steal Like an Artist, and he talks about how you take one idea, you take another idea, and you add yourself, and you connect all these ideas, and when it's done, it's a whole new thing. But you get your inspiration from somewhere.
Hey, everywhere, man. I mean, you know, I get my quirkiness and weirdness from Dilla, Black Milk, being experimental. I get my drums, bass lines like Esk from Notch. I get my soul from, you know, Dwelly. Dwelly is a dope producer too. I mean, he's more of a neo soul artist, but he makes beats. I love his beats. That's that Detroit shit though. That soul, that luxury Missouri sound from like him and Check One, and kind of like a West Coast soul bounce from a high tech. So I'm studying everybody and just putting it in the blender and just making it sound like me. That's it. You know?
Yeah.
So
for people, because I saw some of the comments, right? For producers that are listening, for people who want to buy your drum packs, I saw you've got, I think I counted 3 actual drum kits available. Right. What are the best places for them to find that, to buy that? And then you also talked about you being available for the right price for consultations to help producers. You know, you can't teach them the whole sauce, but you can show them some ingredients. You can show them some ingredients.
for sure, absolutely. One thing about me, I'm not. I'm so confident in what I do. I don't mind sharing, you know, a little something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, consultations, that just DM. You DM me. You know, I'm very personal. That's why I don't have a BeatStars or anything like that. Like, I treat my art like a Basquiat painting, or, you know, any of them guys were high end art where, you know, this is a $1 million painting that I'm got in my crib. That's how I treat my production. I'm exporting my production. I'm mixing it, or mastering it, whatever. I'm getting it right and getting it sound like me. When you get it, you're not gonna get somebody that's half-assing their art. But going back, you can DM, email me, consultation. As far as my drum kits, the link is in my bio. You see what I'm saying? They got a link tree. Everything's in there. My drum kits, my production credits, so on and so forth. Everything's in there. So I'm willing to build with anybody. I'm a fan supporter of people that support me, because I know how hard it is as producers to feel like, damn, are we doing something right? You know, are people really listening? And I think a lot of people listening, but it just, you know, just keep doing you and not really worry about the outside noise. You know?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And if they go to your Instagram link tree, in there, they can find the drum kits, they can find your resume, and people could reach out to you directly. If there's a producer, they could pick samples real good, but the drums aren't hitting right, or they want to have some pointers, to reach out directly, and y'all can talk about that there.
Yeah, for sure, because, you know, I don't mind being a coach. You know what I'm saying? It's really just sound selection. Where you getting your drums from? You know, but I'm going to do it in a way that I don't want you to sound like me. You're not going to out J.R. Swift. That's never going to happen.
Yeah.
But, you know, pick better sounds. It's all about sound selection. Some people probably don't like hard-hitting drums. Some people don't know how to mesh hard hitting drums with a bass line. It's really a technique to that. To each his own. But if you really want to learn how to really get your shit right,
Yeah,
all that, I definitely would do that.
that's good. That's good. There's another thing I want to ask you about because I
For
see
sure.
them popping up, but it's not for everybody, and not
For sure.
everybody gets it. It's the select few. Talk to us about your rapper card.
My rapper card, man. Shout out to Ed and everybody over there at Rapper Cards. So that's, man, I'm still blown away behind that because to have my face and my credentials or something said graciously about me on a card means a lot. It means that people are watching and acknowledge the great things that I'm able to do in a short period of time and more to come. You can go to Rapper Cards, IG, and pick up anybody Rapper Cards from Mars to Fuji Rap to anybody. I'm just amazed that I'm able to do that. That means a lot to
Yeah,
me. If you want to support that and just have some, own a piece of JR to a degree, you could go there for sure.
yeah.
I appreciate that, man. Appreciate Donnie for sure. I'm seeing on the comments too, man. But appreciate you, Donnie, for definitely supporting for sure.
That's beautiful, man. And so for the people who don't know too much about rapper cards, the rapper cards are autographed. There's only 200 ever made. They're hand numbered, and that's it. Like you got one or you didn't.
Right. It's hand autographed, hand numbered, everything. Is either depending on what you negotiate with them. Some people it's 200, some people 150, whatever the case may be. But for me, I wanted to do 200 because I wanted the support, the love. Like, here you go. You know what I'm saying? Support me this way. You can support me with the rapper card. You can support me with streaming my beat tape, my albums that I do with people, my merch that I have with the dropouts, my drum kits. Anyway, it's so many ways they can, you can be supportive of my crowd. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's good. A lot of MCs, right? MCs need producers. And a lot of MCs probably hear your beats and they hear you working with the Bad Seed. They hear you working with Skyzoo, right? Hear you working with Westside Gun, Conway the Machine, Elzhi. It may make them feel like maybe you're not approachable, right? That like they gotta be famous already to get production from you or to work with you. Talk to us if there's an up and coming MC that's dope, right? But they want to actually like work with a top tier elite producer like you. What's the right way to kind of, I guess, for them to approach that, to not piss you off? Like, what's the right way for people to approach you and say like, listen, this is me. I'm interested in working with you. How can we do business?
No, for sure. And let me address that real quick too, man. And because I think that be the case a lot of the times too. I think a lot of people look at my credentials and be kind of scared to approach me, DM, email, whatever, and want to build politic about working. You see what I'm saying? I think a lot of people in the underground see what I'm doing, but they either, I'm gonna keep it real, they either feel like, in their opinion, I'm not worthy, and cool, whatever. That's your opinion, or they don't know how to approach me.
Yeah.
Because they may look at their credentials, or maybe they probably scared of my style of production. I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna make you rap though.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you rap, and if you're scared of my style of production, I'm not for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. And that's something that I have to
You
be
can't
okay
hide
with.
behind the loop. You're gonna have to deal with the drums.
You're gonna have to deal with me whooping your ass, production wise. Step up to the plate. Step up to the plate. Stop being scared. And here's the thing. I could, whatever your style of production is. Not saying that I'm gonna do me. No matter your style of production, I'm gonna. All right, you want something soulful? I got you.
Yeah.
You want this? I got you. I'm not gonna dumb down what I do to make you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Get comfortable with. Damn, I don't know how to post this. I don't, because it could go so many different ways. Um, that could be a gift and a curse. Having um kind of style of production that's not really palatable for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I like I said, I listen to a lot. I listen to a lot of my peers. A lot of people pick certain people. Of course, it's a name game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely a name game. It's so popular and so on and so forth. Stupid shit.
Yeah.
But I'm not in the game to be popular. And then I'm going off on a tangent. I'm not in the game to be popular. I'm here to make great music.
Yeah.
You want to make music, or you just want to be like, yeah, I got a joint with such and such. All right, cool. You got a joint with such and such. You paid it back for a C-list beat that you didn't even go crazy on. Versus you could pay me a bag, or I work with you, and you could have some top tier shit that you got off, or that's something that's going to challenge. I'm going to challenge the MCs. But to go back to your original question, for any upcoming MC, just holler at me. Let's work. Let's build.
Yeah.
I'm not. You know what I'm saying? If you scared, go to church. You know what I'm saying? if you're scared, go to church. If you're scared, I'm not here to run anybody off.
Yeah.
But I'm fired for a reason. I have my credentials for a reason. It's a reason why Elzhi, out of his mouth, Elzhi said, yo, you give me the same feeling that Dilla used to give me. It's nothing nobody else could tell me. It's nothing nobody could tell me. So I'm not here, being arrogant or anything. I have my little, what I feel, whatever, but musically, I'm fire.
Yeah.
So either you want to build, or go over there and deal with them. That's not really going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge any artist. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to make something fire. I have proof to back that up.
That's right.
96 and all this with Rome Streets is over 1 million streams. Light One, Right One with Elzhi is over 1 million streams. You know what I'm saying? Stain by Westside Gun, over 1 million streams. And so on and so forth. Like, I'm him.
Yeah.
I don't need to really be super braggadocious, but right now I gotta talk my talk. I'm him, whether you want to see it or not. And if you don't see it right now, you'll get it later. And the price gonna be doubling than what I was charging you now or whatever. So that's your fault. But it's neither here or there, man. I'm a land right there. So,
that's good. That's good, bro. And then to just to give the people the 2-second recap. Right, what you're saying is, look, I'm not gonna go soft on you. I'm gonna give you what I'm known for, which is this fire. But I'm approachable, and you can reach out. You can hit me on the DM, and we can build, and we can talk, and we can negotiate. And but I'm gonna hit you over the head.
Right, for sure. Because hip hop, you're supposed to bring that fire. Why everybody's so scared? Why everybody's chasing the same sound as everybody else? Why do you want to sound like somebody else? Why do you want to sound like everybody else? Why not, have a fire album that people could say this is critically acclaimed? You know what I'm saying? The stuff that I'm listening to now is not critically acclaimed worthy. It sounded like everybody else. It sounded like you're biting somebody's formula to win.
Yeah.
Nah. Whatever that person did, that's what worked for them. And that's how they won. Now you find a way that makes you win. Yeah. So on a producer standpoint, I'm doing what makes me win. Either you rock with what I do or you don't. I'm cool. I'm great either way. I'm still fire. That's it.
That's good.
So
that's good, bro. New album dropping next week with the Bad Seed called Straight to Shepherd. It's going to be available on all digital streaming platforms. I had the blessing of getting an advance copy. It is a banger. We had Bad Seed jump in, and we talked about a lot of that. we also talked about on the early part of this, your upbringing, how in the second grade you were around people like Cool G Rap, Busta Rhymes, AZ, because your father is a well-known producer. You grew up in this game. You've had songs with heavyweights in hip hop, millions of streams on multiple songs. You got rapper cards out. You've got drum kits available for upcoming producers, for cats who want to get that sound right. You're available for the right price for consultations and to drop some gems. My brother, anything else that we're missing before, you know, you dropped so many gems today.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Shout out to my brother, my I guess I'm calling him my artist, but most of my brother, Kwame Corleone. We dropped the album a couple months ago, Expensive Taste. Y'all go and stream that as well. We got Skyzoo on there. You know what I'm saying? It's the vibe of the album. It's like, you know, it's like a late 90s, late 90s vibe, real luxury sounding vibe. You know what I'm saying? Think about your flyest polo, drop top sound. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. The feeling that I get from this album is like paid in full. You know what I'm saying? Like the scene where Mitch and Ace and I think somebody was in the backseat. They cruised through the city. I think Mitch just came home, and you know what I'm saying, they cruising drop top and they just, you know, living life.
Yeah.
That's the vibe of this album. You just living life in our own way. Me and Kwame, still, you know, up and coming artists. You know what I'm saying? Producers, MCs. So I got that. Me and Jamil, me and C, Strike the Shepherd, and anything else that I have coming out, man. Stream. I got a beat tape out.
Yeah.
03. Y'all go and stream that, man. It's a lot of music, a lot of product. Show some love and support, man. I always shout out to people that support me and love me for what I do. Thank y'all, because, you know what I'm saying, y'all didn't have the support from the beginning. But you know, my SoundCloud, it was around my SoundCloud days, then y'all really a fan. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I appreciate any and everybody that support me, what I've been doing this for.
Yeah, that's beautiful, my bro. We covered a lot of ground today. You have a tremendous career, and the best is yet to come, my bro.
For sure. I'm only 5 years in, man. I got a lot more work to do, man. Peace to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot more work to do. I'm only 5 years in, and you know, God willing, I get to see my work in fruition. You know, in my 50s and my 60s. You know, I want to have a beautiful career, a beautiful catalog. You know, I will share this with my fellow producers. This is also a gem. Two things. Grab you a artist that believe in you. Grab you an artist that have the same work ethic as you, and put out product. You don't have to chase placements. You can if you want to, but grab your artist, build your foundation from the ground up, and also when you're doing singles, when you're doing fully produced albums, and it's time to do the administration, have them add you as a main artist. So that way, not only that you share the streams and the finances and stuff like that, it just looks good, it adds to your catalog too.
Yeah.
And if if they're not willing to do that, add you to the catalog through the streams as a main artist, then you probably want to cut ties with that artist and go rock with somebody else that actually support what you do.
That's good. That's a gem, and to kind of dig deeper in that, because that's a real good gem for producers. What you're saying is, for DistroKid or CD Baby, TuneCore, there's a moment when the artist is releasing the music and they get to put who the artists are, and you're saying put the artist's name. They wrote it, but then you're the producer to put your name, because on your Spotify or your Apple Music, that's also going to show up for you and them. It's going to double the plays for them and for you, right? And it also it's going to generate more plays but it takes care of the producer and the MC. And if the MC is not willing to do that, or for the MC on the flip, the producer's not willing to do that, then y'all got to think about whether that's a good business relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you have to build your catalog. This is where we are today. It's not like how it was back in the day, where you go into the labels, yo, bro, hit my beats, hey, what I could do, I'm a fire, so on and so forth. It's not like that no more.
Yeah.
Music is very accessible to today. I'm not the only producer. It's producers in here. It's producers that's everywhere. But what makes you stand out? You want to build your catalog. And all of that, it's not gonna work in your favor all of the time. You know what I'm saying? Because let's say you have a single and it's like 3 or 4 people in there. You're not gonna be the main artist. That's fine.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be the main artist on an album that you got placed on. But I'm talking about albums that should produce or singles. And if it's just 1 or 2, let's say it's Westside and Conway. All right, yo, can you add me as a main artist? Boom, because them numbers are gonna go crazy. And it's gonna help your profile. Now if it's like, let's say West, Conway, Stovegard, Money sees the Rome Street, it's quiet. You're not gonna get that main artist, and that's fine. That's okay. But at least you're able to post on your social media and so on and so forth, and you can add that to, your playlist. You have, like for me, I have a playlist of all of my credits that I post on my social media. You can check that out. But you can move in that sense, but make it make sense to you. Whatever your career is. However you structure your career, that's on you. Just when it's all said and done, and right before you better close your eyes, for eternity, and transition to something else, or transition elsewhere, just make sure you don't get mad at your business acumen. Doing the little things now is what, how you create revenue, how you create a name for yourself.
Yeah, that's good, my bro. You closing it out, dropping all the gems. You say the gems, so you're like,
got you, man. Because I want you to understand, like, know your worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be, if you don't want to produce all of your videos dancing, come to Death Row. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So know your worth. MC, producer, DJ, whatever. Know your worth. Know what you bring to the table. I knew my worth before the placement. I definitely know my worth now. So and I'm still learning. But I appreciate your time, man. I appreciate you for having me on. Strike the Shepherd, 728. The RC, J.R. Swiftz, man. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Classic album that you guys are dropping next week. Strike the Shepherd, J.R. Swiftz, The Bad Seed. My bro, thank you for all of the classic records you've produced and everything to come, and we'll run it back one day.
Absolutely, man. Thank you, man. See you soon. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, my bro. Peace.
Peace.